What's up, y'all? It's Monday night. I'm just here on the bike, kind of cooling down. I just finished up with a 45-minute session, and it felt good. I think what I'm kind of feeling comfortable at right now is around 100 and I think I said 155 watts is where I kind of felt good at. I just learned what that is this last week. I have absolutely no clue about what I'm doing on the bike besides moving. That's about it. But I do know that I like it. I'm actually looking at getting a bike here sometime here soon. I only have a mountain bike. But anyway, if y'all have any good tips, drop them in the comments, please. But anyway, I'm about to wrap up this session and hit the bed for the night. See ya. Hey y'all, how's it going? It is Thursday around, I think 5:45. So I am headed to the track right now. I just found a new track. So anyway, I got some texts this week saying, hey Logan, maybe you should start talking about how you're training and kind of break down your training regimen. And I was like, yeah, that's probably a good idea. I probably should do that because, you know, my goal is kind of a large goal. It is 25 races in 2025. But one of my main goals is I wanted to stay muscular. I don't want to lose a lot of weight. And right now I'm riding around 206 pounds. So since the beginning of September, I've lost about 14 pounds. So I was right around that 220 pound mark. So I'm pretty happy about that. I'm trying to get down to maybe anywhere from 195 to 200. And I'm trying to stay around there. But you all know that I'm doing not just marathons, but some triathlons. I'm also doing some biking competitions, and there might even be some surprises for you guys in there. So kind of the way I've been structuring my weeks, Monday. So as of right now, I'm doing around a 4 to 5 mile just recovery run, and that usually looks like for me probably around a 9-minute pace. But I do that on Monday, and then I also hit chest on Monday. So I usually work out for chest days are usually a little bit longer for me, so I maybe do about an hour 15. By the way, I did want to say I just got a new membership at Indie Barbell, so I'm going to be shout out to them. They're actually going to let me record and make some content there. I have been training at the YMCA, and they're just not as friendly with the content creation thing. But this one's more of a private gym. Tuesday is going to be more of a tempo run for me, and what I mean by tempo is that I'm going to be holding maybe like 80-90% effort. I'm not going to be sprinting, but I'm also not going to be jogging. I'll be doing that in the morning, and then in the afternoon I will hit legs. So I like to me personally, I don't like doing leg day later in the week, because later in the week is going to be the Saturday is going to be my long run day. I don't like having my legs feel tired later in the week. So I like to kind of push it towards the beginning part of the week. Wednesday morning I wake up and I do around a 45-minute bike. I especially like doing it that way because I think it helps kind of break up the lactic acid in your legs from the leg day before. And I like the bike is probably my favorite thing to do in the morning, and I like to do it right after leg day because I don't like running after leg day. It's not a thing I like to do. So anyway, yeah, so 45-minute to maybe an hour bike on Wednesday mornings. Towards the evening time, I'm doing back day. So that's when I'm doing pretty heavy lifting for my back, and then I'll also hit about a 30 to 45-minute yoga session after. So it's kind of a long day. And I also kind of want to add that I'm also training abs for about 10 minutes every day. But anyway, Thursday has been kind of a change for me as of recently, because I just found this track, and I'm going to be incorporating some speed training on the track in the mornings. It is the evening right now, but that's going to be the game plan for the future. What I've been doing thus far is I've typically just been running a little bit faster than I normally would have, more of like a faster tempo run. What I'm doing right now is I'm doing about a 2-mile warm-up. I'm going to try to hold maybe like a 7-minute, 50-second pace, somewhere around there. And then I'm going to do 4x800. So what that means is I'm running 800 2 times around the track, 4 times. And I'm going to do 2 mile cool down. So that's the game plan for today. I'm doing shoulders on Thursday night. So after I hit this track session, I'm gonna run 6 miles here tonight. I'm gonna go do shoulders. So that's typically kind of the way I like to do things. I like to hit shoulders and arms after I do kind of like my chest and my back days, because I feel like it just makes it a little bit easier to hit those big chest and back days if you haven't done shoulders and arms before them. That's kind of the way I viewed it. Anyway, Friday I wake up in the morning and I'm hitting the pool. So I'm usually doing around an 1,800 to 2,000 yard swim-ish. I'm not swimming that all at one time. I'm doing some sets and breaking it up a little bit, but that's what I'm doing on Friday mornings. And then I like putting arms at the end of the week, kind of for a couple of reasons, but yeah, so Fridays is arms, and then Saturdays is my long runs. So I kind of explained this to you all last video, but in case you didn't tap into that one, kind of the way I've been scheduling and thinking about my long runs is I've just been increasing the distance by around 5 to 10% every single 2 weeks. So the beginning of September, I was doing around 7 miles. End of September, the last 2 weeks, I was doing about 9 miles. Last week I did 11. This week I'm doing 11. Then the next week I'll be doing around 13. But yeah, anyway, that's kind of the way I've been looking at my long runs. I'm just trying to keep like a nice tempo, just get the miles in. Of course, I don't want to take it too slow, but yeah, so overall the mileage running wise for me right now is around, I think it's 29 miles a week. At my peak, which will be in the beginning of December, it's going to be around 50-ish. So that's going to be pretty difficult, especially with it getting really cold up in here in Indianapolis. Sundays are my active recovery days. When I say active, it might not be as active as some people, but for me, I'm usually running around 2 miles, just really light pace, and I'm hopping on the bike a little bit, doing maybe 15 minutes there, and I usually try to walk around a little bit. So anyway, that's kind of overall what my training routine is. I will drop that down in the comments. But anyway, I'm gonna get around this track a couple times. See y'all. Let's go, baby. How's it going, y'all? Just finished up with the sprints at the track. So it went pretty well. I did 2 mile warm up. Then I did, and I think I did that at a 7-minute 20 pace per mile or something like that. And then I also did 4x800. So that went pretty well. I think I averaged, let's see here. I think I averaged the first one about 3 minutes flat, second one 3:09, third one 3:04, and the last one 3:03. So not like super fast or anything by any means, but overall I hadn't done that in years. So I mean, that felt good. And then I finished up with a 2 mile cool down, and that was around like 8:20-ish. So you know, it was good to be on the track again. I felt actually really good on the track. So, but I did want to share, when I run on the track, I haven't done it in a couple years, but when I do run sprints, I typically like to run in a plated shoe. So I just bought some new ones. I don't really want to use those. So I have like 2 or 3 plated shoes kind of just lying around. These ones are kind of old, but some old Nikes, carbon plated shoes. I like them because they just give you a little bit of bounce. It's also kind of a mental thing for me. I know kind of when I put on these shoes that I'm ready to go and I'm going fast. So I don't know, it's just a little switch up. And yeah, and plus, I mean, it's not just a mental thing. It's also, they actually make you run faster because they're more bouncy. So maybe you try that out, maybe you don't, but I like to do that. But overall, today felt pretty good. So I'm about to head out to the gym. Tomorrow morning, I got a 5 a.m. run. Well, it's not 5 a.m. I'm going to get up at 5 a.m. I'm going to drive out It's about an hour away, so hopefully, I've never ran there before, so it's about 11 miles, and I will see you all tomorrow morning. So see you soon. Good night. Good morning, y'all. It is Friday morning, early. The sun's barely starting to kind of peek up behind me, but I got up really early this morning and I drove out to this little town called Terre Haute. I'm by the river right now. It's kind of eerie looking. You can see the moon still out and it's really foggy above this river, but I'm gonna put in 11 miles this morning. So I have a couple meetings today, and I was like, you know, I might as well switch it up and get a run in somewhere else other than Indianapolis. So, but yeah, it's about an hour and a half outside of Indianapolis. So, yeah, a little bit of a drive this morning. But also, I thought I might add, it is 36 degrees right now, and I thought it would be smart to wear shorts, so I'm in shorts. It's about to be a cold run, so let's get it. What's up, y'all? It is post-run, and I'm steaming right now. I don't know if you could tell, but there's steam rolling on my back. But yeah, today's run was not good, unfortunately. I got 8 miles in. I just kind of realized that I didn't have enough time to do the full 11. I have a meeting this morning, so got 8 miles in. I had no clue where I was going, so I don't run in Terre Haute. I've never run in Terre Haute before, actually. But I got out there and I was running down this wooden bridge that I thought looked cool that I found a couple weeks ago, and it was icy. So I ran for about 4 miles on ice, which kind of sucked. Thing is, I'm gonna get the other 3 in on Sunday. Me and my roommate Eric, we're going on a trip to Cincinnati and Columbus, so I'm excited about that. We're leaving out this afternoon to go to CINCY, and I'm excited about the run that we got going on tomorrow. So it's gonna be in CINCY. Stay tuned. We're gonna run across a couple of bridges and it'll be a good time. So I will see you all later. What's going on, y'all? Just got back. It is Sunday night and I'm exhausted. So but it's a good weekend. So me and my roommate Eric, we went on a trip out to Cincy. We started on Friday night and we went to this little art festival, and it was pretty sick. It's called Blink, and they basically hired a bunch of artists to go and paint all the walls in Cincinnati, not all of them, but a lot of them. And you can kind of see, it looks kind of cool. They also had a drone show, and that was really cool to see too. But I just love Cincy. It's a beautiful city. But yeah, so Saturday morning, we had a good run. It was about 5.5 miles. It's kind of scenic, so we're just kind of taking it slow, cruising throughout the city. Went across the bridge into Newport, Kentucky, and got some cool views of the city like this one. So, but yeah, after that, we went to this place called Finley Market. Check that out. And then we went to Cincinnati Art Museum. And then we hit the road. So we got to Columbus and we walked around this place called Scioto Mile. I don't know how you say that, so correct me if I'm wrong. But walked around, beautiful city, beautiful views. But yeah, anyway, we got to go to a hockey game that night. We ended up sitting in some really cool seats that we may or may not have paid for. We got to see some cool goals, and that was overall a lot of fun. Yeah, then on Sunday, we got to go around OSU's campus a little bit. Today was a recovery day, so we really didn't do too much. But we did get 75,000 steps in over the whole trip. So I did not run another 3 miles. I know I shortchanged a little bit on Friday, but I felt pretty good about the cardio that I got in this weekend. But anyway, thank y'all so much for tuning in. If you have any questions or if you want to see any other kind of content, let me know in the comments below. Drop a like, subscribe. I really appreciate it a ton. So I've been working hard and I'm kind of tired right now, but we're going to rest tonight and we're getting back after it tomorrow morning. Stay tuned.